Hey guys, we're going to look at how to send a post over to social media networks. This can save a ton of time, and it's really handy. I found that when it comes to social media, one of the main reasons we don't do it is because it can get time consuming. Log in, log out, log in, log out, and reposting and make sure it's right. Anyways, you can do all that from one spot inside WordPress with this one post. Word of caution: if you are setting this up, you do have to set up an app typically for each social media network, so that can take a little bit of time. Not too bad, probably the first one might take you 10-15 minutes, then after that you kind of get the hang of it, and maybe 5 minutes after that for each one. If you're one of my clients, I set that up for you for free. That's included, so you don't have to do any of that setup, and of course it's included as far as the cost of the plugin. It's included with everything you do. If you're buying this plugin on your own, there is a free version. It does most everything I'm going to show you, except it can't do Google Plus, and I think you can only have maybe one social media network, per account or whatever. So you couldn't have, if you had two different Facebook pages you want to post to, you couldn't do that without paying for it. The basic one you pay for, I think, is $49, and then the developer version, which is what I've got for my clients, it's $149, $150, somewhere around there. But for most people, if you're setting this up on your own, it's free, and it can do what you need for it to do. So what we're going to do is I'm going to take a post. I'll show you how to use it and how quick and easy it is once you've got it set up for this to be done. So this is going to be my new post. This is my title name for it. That is very creative. I like to, for my text, I like to grab, already got it highlighted here, the Latin. That way everybody knows what it says. Oh wait, this isn't actually, it's okay. It's not actually using the Latin, it's describing what it is, but that'll be all right. And then you're going to want to set a featured image if you're using Facebook. I mean, it's been proven that people are much more likely to actually read your post if it includes an image with it. So it's by default it's set up to pull in your featured image. So I'm going to grab one for this. Grab this Steve Gleason one. If you haven't seen this commercial, it's a Super Bowl commercial. It's pretty much awesome. He's got ALS, and I don't know, just check it out. But all right, so we got our featured image. Category, just out of habit, I like to choose a category. You don't have to. You can set this up where it only auto posts, for certain categories if you wanted to. But for my clients, I've got it set up where it's going to auto post unless you go over here and uncheck these. When you do a new post and you click publish, it's going to post them. So if you publish something and you're like, oh man, I didn't want that to go out to Facebook, if you've already clicked publish, it's probably too late. You need to run over to Facebook and delete the post. So by default, these are going to be checked, and you could have, this thing does pretty much anything but Instagram is from what I've looked up. Pinterest, LinkedIn, tons of social things I've never even heard of. So you could have, I think, maybe 15, 16 different social networks running down here if you wanted to, if you actually had people who read all those. So I'm just doing Facebook and Twitter because those are two of the most popular ones. So we got our info, we got our title, category. This isn't the default setup for the plugin. I went in and I actually want my post on Facebook to be pretty clean. I want people to read as much as they can without having to go. And I know a lot of people, they want to kind of feed people toward their site so they can get the extra traffic. And you'll still get traffic from doing it this way, but this keeps it a little bit cleaner. You've got three different options for your post. If you hover over this, it shows the difference. Text post at the bottom right. That's of course just the text. And then you've got your text post with an attached link, which is kind of what we're doing, but ours is going to be, that's the top right. So we're doing the top right, but it's going to be a little bit different. The image, like the little Facebook icon you see at the top right, it's actually going to span all the way across and have the text below it. I like the way that looks a little bit better. And the text above it where it says new post has been published on free coupons, whatever, that's not going to show at all. I took that out for message format. Whatever we type in right here would show up there. And then the third one is if you want to put the focus on an image, and you can just type a little bit about the image above that if you want to. There's all kinds of, I don't know, you can add in, you know, things down here where you can, just like with Twitter, you could have your title or URL, you know, you can pull in all that info. But, you know, again, for my clients, you probably don't have to mess with all this stuff. Really, all you got to do is put your info in, put your image in, click publish, you're done. But if you wanted to, you can tweak with this stuff, and that's some of the stuff you can tweak with it. I'm not going to worry about that. Okay, so we've got as a text post, share as a link, and then set it to auto. When image is set to auto, it's going to look at the featured image first, and then I believe it checks within your post to see if you got an image in there second. And then Twitter, by default, it's going to have it where it shows your title, your URL. If you want to have a hashtag, you can just add that at the end. My hashtag type. And then pretty cool with Twitter, you can also attach an image. Same deal as Facebook auto. It's going to pull in this featured image. So hopefully, if we've done this right, on Facebook at least, we're going to have some of this information with the title, featured image. And then with Twitter, we're pretty much just going to have the title, a link back to our post with it saying, you know, my hashtag, and the image. So let's publish it. We'll give it a second here to see what we get. So we'll go to my test account on Twitter first, reload it. Okay, so there it is on Twitter. Title, link to the post, my hashtag, and then it's going to add this at the end if you do a picture, just because, let's see, let me scroll down. That's an ad, so it's different. But like you see here where they put a picture in, it does that on tweets with a picture. So just like it should. Looks good. Facebook. Let me load up this. So here's the Facebook one. The image spans across, title. It also shows the site title, which I'm doing this from Repair Ninja, so it shows that. And then it's pulled in some text. I think it's set to do 300 characters. You can raise that or lower that. So after 300 characters, it just sort of cuts it off. And if somebody clicks anywhere here, it'll take them straight to the post. So pretty cool. And I mentioned on message format, if I had typed something right here, that text would have shown up above my image of Steve Gleason up here. So that's optional. It looks pretty good without that. And usually I would have, you know, that missing, but there might be times where you want to mention something maybe only to your Facebook users. You could type that above there. So it's really flexible. Again, once you got it set up, like I've got it set up for my clients, you don't even have to mess with all this stuff. I could have done this video in, you know, just a couple of minutes. Put in the title, put in the text, pick an image, update, done. So it's a great way to automatically send things over to your social networks and stay connected with your readers. If you have any questions, just let me know. I do highly recommend Nextscripts. If you get a chance, check it out.